It's hammer time. So the next challenge is called hammer time. Now that's a sequel of first the reactor and then the flinch Grinch. So if you're basically combining these two challenges, what we'll do, we're building our control pair. And if you stay really mentally disciplined and you keep everything consistent and absolutely passive, and you focus only on a proper trigger control, the grip is going to return the sights back to alignment, and the stance is going to return that alignment back to the same point of aim. If you do that right, that means that you'll hit the 1-inch circle on 4 yards. Actually, we'll do a control pair on that 1-inch circles. Now, we try to avoid to be lucky, so we'll search for consistent performance. That means you need to do it 5 times in a row. So you will shoot 1 repetition on each dot, on each target in the row. You need to complete the row. Now you can take a rest, you can reholster the gun in safe manner, of course, relax a little bit and narrow your focus for the next repetition. The key, again, very consistent and unchanged grip pressure, stiffness in your wrist, and the proper trigger control. I will hardly emphasize one of the concepts that we use, emphasizing the principle number 1, which is isolation of the action of the finger. Only finger moves, but how? With the constant speed of the actual press with the minimal effort. The biggest problem is at the moment that you pull really fast in order to catch the time to be really fast, you're creating an impulse and you start with speed, let's say 4 miles per hour, and you finish with the 25 miles per hour. That will create an impulse that will be manifested by sympathetic squeeze of the rest of the fingers. Guess what will happen? Accuracy will suffer dramatically, and of course will be completely outside of the dot. And there will be consequences here, because if you hit the ghost ring, if you're still outside of the 1-inch circle, but you hit the ghost ring, you'll receive a penalty of 0.25, quarter of a second added to your time of that particular run. But if you're completely outside of the target, you'll receive 2.5 seconds added to your run, plus the time that you achieved. That dramatically will increase your time and it will affect your result. So give it a try. That's really spicy one, but if you perfect that, you will have no problems with the control pairs. You will achieve mastery. All right, that's 0.61. 2.4 first one, 0.37. Second one was a little bit high. Actually, it's not so high, but it's a little bit to the right. It can be an initial presentation. That will cost me a 0.25 penalty. 0.67, 0.30 for the shot, and that's a toucher, so it's in, and 0.37 is the split. That's 0.67, 0.28 for a shot, 0.39 is the split between the first and second shot. That's 0.73, 0.73, 0.36 for a shot. It's a little bit, it's not the best reaction time, I can improve that, and 0.37 is the split between the shots, which is pretty good and pretty consistent. And now we have the last target. .55, which is awesome time. 0.23 is the reaction time, and 0.36 is the split between the first and the second shot. It's not too bad. Obviously there's a room for improvement. I'm still pretty happy with this run. That challenge is quite spicy. It actually narrows your mental focus and awareness. And actually, it's emphasizing your mental discipline. You need to stay very consistent with the grip, with the stiffened wrist. You need to focus on the proper trigger control. When you pull the trigger, at the moment that you create an impulse, you're actually causing a sympathetic squeeze with the rest of the fingers, and that definitely will have a negative result on the target. So the only one that we'll take under consideration here is the first run that went a little bit high. That means I didn't wait enough for the gun to return back to sight alignment. So more visual patience.